Okay, so there's a few things that we want to focus on that were part of the part of the message of that particular video. One, of course, is that the founders of CFX believe that it is the right of everyone to create financial abundance in their lives. Critically important, and boy, what a fantastic year to lay a foundation for an early retirement. Some crazy things are happening in 2021. Obviously, some bad, some challenging with COVID and all of the ramifications in job insecurity that are going to, and of course, health that are going to come from that. But of course, on the flip side, what we're seeing happen with the cryptocurrency markets is nothing short of amazing. Obviously, very, very similar to the run that we saw in 2017, with one significant difference. The institutional money that's coming into the crypto market space just wasn't there in 2017. And so obviously we saw a huge rebound after hitting a high of 19,005 for BTC. And depending on who you're following and your thought process, with the billions of dollars in institutional money that are pouring in from corporations all around the world, governments are getting involved, banks are getting involved, central banks are getting involved. There's a very good chance that that supply-demand situation is going to dramatically limit any sort of a rebound at the end of this bull run. So if you're in a position right now where you'd like to be able to lay a foundation to build upon for certainly an earlier retirement, or to set yourself up well financially, you can do some remarkable things this year. Now, obviously, you can also make some mistakes this year as well. There's, depending on where you're living in the world, for example, there's a huge real estate bubble. So you could invest in real estate at the top end of the market and get your rear end kicked really hard. Depending on what happens with the stock market, how long that stays propped up, you could invest heavily in what you think is safe in blue chip stocks, only to have the bottom fall out of the market. Now, remember, around 2099, 2000, 2001, when the tech bubble burst, we saw markets drop 50 to 60%. Around 2008 into 2009 with the housing crisis, you saw exactly the same drop. And then, of course, you see a full 10 years it takes until you get back to your starting point to recover that loss. And so there are ways to fast track your success, and there are certainly ways to hamper your success as well. So just make sure that you read well, that you follow people that have a track record of success, and take advice from individuals who have created accomplishments for themselves that you're looking to create for yourself. So with that, let's dive into the material for today. Two significant trends, obviously, that CFX has a significant footprint on, and one of is the e-learning industry. We're seeing in remarkable growth because of what's been happening due to COVID and the challenges of people having to leave offices and leave schools and the like, and being forced to work from environments like Zoom that we're using right now. And of course, the other is the global Forex market. And if you have absolutely no experience in Forex and you're here as a guest or a new member with CFX, don't worry. Rest assured that you do not need to have any background in the Forex market. This platform was built and designed specifically for individuals who have no prior experience in the trading space at all. And that's why so much time and money and energy focus is put into the automation. Now, automating the global Forex market is no easy feat. It's been tried dozens and dozens of times in the past by a broad range of companies with a broad range of experience. What CFX has been able to accomplish so far is quite remarkable. We're approaching 21 months old now. And so you'll have an opportunity in a moment to hear from some of the members that have been using the platform a little bit longer right inside the chat when we talk a little bit more about these bullets. As far as the Forex goes, though, this is the largest and most liquid financial market in the world. So this is absolutely massive. $5.3 trillion is a daily average. Daily. That's an incredible number. When you consider at 2018, which is not that long ago, the total global travel industry, that's more than 300 million people working full and part-time. That's every flight, that's every train, that's every cruise, that's every hotel stay, was about $8.8 trillion for the year. So that's about 1.5 days in the global Forex market. It's absolutely massive. In fact, there's more than 19 million part-time trading enthusiasts that just work from their homes and their computers. And all of the capital that all 90 million of those people are trading, which would be absolutely in the high billions of dollars, represents only about 5% of the daily volume of the global Forex market. All the rest is banks, multinational corporations, governments, etc. So it's truly remarkable, the size of this market. Historically proven to be recession-proof. Now, a lot of that is due to the size. So what I'd like those of you who have been using this platform for a decent number of months, let's say 10 months or more, so you can authenticate that through what was a very challenging year for all markets in 2020 was a very profitable market for us. If you've been using the CFX platform for some time and you can verify that every week you had a positive net gain at the end of every week due to trading activity, please go ahead and fire a 1 into the chat for the benefit of guests and for members that are brand new. There's a great deal of flexibility with risk management. You can leverage and compound. We'll talk about leverage and compounding again in a few minutes as we get into the rewards plan side of things. And then this is a 5-day per week market. So very first markets are opening in New Zealand, Australia, and Asia. Last markets are closing at the end of the week on Friday in the New York market. And so there are overlapping market times all throughout that trading week, which means that you essentially can trade 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. Okay, so why does CFX exist? Well, you're going to be introduced in a moment to the two founders of the company, and one of those founders, who's a passionate Forex advocate and enthusiast, was sharing some results with the other partner, some of the results that he'd been able to create with a team that he developed focused purely on software and how software interfaces with the global Forex market. And I'll introduce you to that software in just a minute. And so some of the results that these gentlemen had been able to create for themselves over a significant amount of time, they shared those results with one of the other owners who you'll meet in a moment. And that was really the beginning. That was the foundation for the launch of the company. So this is something that's been happening successfully for an extended period of time. Obviously, as I mentioned before, we've been trading for 20 months, and the trading tech and the team had been doing what they've been doing long before the company was founded. So we'll talk about the purpose a little bit more later. We'll talk about the positioning after I introduce you to the founders of the company. So Edwin Abad was the gentleman I was referring to when we talked about trading expertise. And the one that developed the trading team and also the technology we refer to as an EA, and I'll describe a little bit more about that in a minute. He shared those trading details with Huáscar Lopez. Now, some of you have had a chance to meet both Huáscar and Edwin. Some of you have a chance to meet them in person when the company had its first official launch event in November of 2019. And then many of you have had opportunities to speak with them or to chat with them online or in Zoom presentations over the course of the last 20 months. But these gentlemen have also surrounded themselves with very capable and very competent team of professionals as well, which is really, to be honest, is a prerequisite for any type of prolonged success in an industry such as this. The technical side of launching a company like this is burdensome. It's expensive, and expertise is required. If you don't have the right people in the right positions, you're not going to have the security that you need for the back offices. You're not going to have the trading infrastructure working properly. We'll talk a little bit more about the trading in a moment, but it really is the team that these two gentlemen have built around themselves that you get the benefit from on a daily basis if you've been using this platform for some time. Now, offices. Corporate office, we're actually getting very close to having finally our ribbon cutting ceremony for our corporate office. This has been delayed almost a year. We were originally planning towards the end of April to have this facility open for members. And of course, we know what happened a year ago with travel restrictions. Ports in Panama were shut down. So all of the materials that you see in the artist renditions, these photographs with a lot of the Brazilian hardwoods that cover the walls and the ceilings, etc., all of that stuff got stuck in ports and was never delivered to the office facility. So I think the last cargo load has either just arrived or is due to arrive very shortly, and then the rest of the assembly can take place. The ribbon cutting ceremony can happen, and And after that, the office will be open. Now, many of you are going to probably only see an office when you choose to come down for an event, which is going to be somewhere near Panama, always probably in the Caribbean locations. However, some of you are also going to choose to come down and take courses, Forex-related courses in this office. In fact, the office will have room for theater-style classroom of more than 150 people. It's over 10,000 square feet, the facility. So this is going to be very much an open-door policy for any of you that want to come down at any time for any reason. Now, the focus predominantly for most people to get involved in CFX is trading results. Trading results is really the hot topic. It's the key talking point with this platform, probably because they've done as well as they have. If they were not as consistent or profitable as they are, I suppose we wouldn't talk so much about it. So if you take a look at the paragraph on your screen now, the last sentence says, our team of professionals has extensive experience in both Forex trading and EA design and management. It really is that attention to detail. Not only the team of experts that designed the EA. EA, by the way, is an abbreviation for expert advisor, which is just a fancy way of saying a program or software that is focused on trading specifically in the global Forex market. So the programmers, the architects of that software are the same individuals that at the end of every single trading day are poring over results. They're looking at winning trades versus market conditions, losing trades versus market conditions, how that software can continually to be adjusted for peak performance. So that's key. The fact that nothing is third party, nothing's farmed out or white labeled. Everything operates under the CFX umbrella for full control, which I think is critically important in creating a long-term consistency in results. Now, below that, you can see there's a computer screen with Web TV next to it. Now, Web TV, of course, is a tool that you can access from your smartphone or your tablets or whatever you want to connect to the web with. But the nice thing is, of course, this is very portable. So anytime you're meeting friends for lunch or coffee or popping over to a friend's home, you can actually open up your Web TV on your phone or your tablet and show trade results, show live trade activity. In fact, this particular trade obviously is a Euro Australian dollar trade. It says that in the bottom right corner. You can see the green and yellow candlesticks. That's a screen, a part of an iframe of a MetaTrader account. But in the Web TV back office above that, there's a purple bar, and it shows all the major and cross pairs that CFX trades. If you are a trader, you know exactly what I mean. Typically, it's the highest volume, the most frequent trades, the trades with the best spreads are the ones that CFX focuses on. Okay, another short video for us to watch together, and then we're going to talk about their cornerstone product that we refer to as the Academy. So the Academy is, again, something that is proprietary, something the company's building themselves. And the reason that they're doing this is, again, it's a matter of control, making sure the information that they load into that Academy, it can be easily customized. And the library that's going to contain videos in multiple languages within this Academy is something that can always be expanded as they continue to add more products, more areas that they want to share expertise with members of the platform. But from the very beginning, the intention for CFX was to be full service Forex. And so for those of you who are quite happy to lean on the automation and allow the technicians and the software to do all of the work for you, well, you're always going to have that option. But there are some of you we know that are interested in being involved in the trading process yourself, maybe making some of the decisions yourself, maybe setting trailing stops yourself, or maybe adjusting some of your risk appetite with leverage, etc. You'll have the opportunity to make some of those decisions. And then we also know that there are some of you that want to make all of the decisions, that really want to invest the time and effort to develop a set of skills that allow you to trade successfully in the global Forex market anytime that you want to. So regardless of the group that you fall into, the Academy is designed to meet those needs. It's broken down into 3 different series: the Elemental, the Advanced, and the Supreme series. And I'll show you right now how we access this Academy. The full Academy is going to be revealed probably, I would say, over the next, into the end of this quarter or the beginning of the next quarter. And those of you who will want to move all the way through that Academy curriculum, as I mentioned before, take that next step further and actually come to the corporate offices in CFX and have one-on-one or group coaching to really hammer home the things that you're learning in the Academy, you're certainly going to have the opportunity to do those things. For the most of us who are simply going to access the Academy through trade packs, this is exactly how it's done. Now, what you're looking at on the screen is something that we refer to as a trade pack ladder. So each one of these circles represents a trade package denomination. These are all in US dollars. So you can see at the top of the screen is 300 US dollars, then 500, 1,000, 2,000, etc. Now, each of those 3 series that I was just mentioning to you have 5 trade packs as part of that series, for a total of 15 different trade packs, or 15 steps up that trade package ladder. Now, there's 3 lines of text next to each one of these as well. If you take a look at the $300 trade package icon, to the right of that, you can see Academy Pack, Trade Pool Deposit, and Leadership Program. And then, of course, there's a number after each one of these. And those numbers are based on a 70-30 split. So for every single one of those trade packages, 30% of the value of the trade package is allocated for an Academy Pack portion. So, for example, 30% of $300 is 90, 30% of 500 is 150, 30% of 1,000 is 300, etc. The remaining 70% is going to what we refer to as a trade pool deposit, and ultimately is going to be traded on your behalf using the technology that we just finished talking about with our EAs and our team of trading experts. And then the last line of text, Leadership Program, is focused more on bonuses that you have access to if you choose to share the platform with others. So we'll talk about that as we wrap up in a few minutes. Just an important note, though, for the Leadership Program, notice for each one of those, the value of the leadership PV, or personal volume points, is 50% of the trade pack price. So when we move to the Advanced series, you can see there's the next 5 steps of the ladder, starting at $5,000 to $20,000. And you can see the same 70-30 split in each one of those mathematical denominations. And then the last 5 steps to the Supreme series, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $70,000, and $100,000. Now, there's an implication when I use the word ladder, and that implication is that you can climb it. And in fact, you can. You can start anywhere you want to with a trade package, and you can use the gains that you'll realize through participation to take the next step up the trade package ladder. This was very carefully designed by the owners so that once you made a trade package purchase, you never had to go back into your pocket or on your credit card and spend more money. You could actually use gains through participating in the platform to climb all the way up to the top of the ladder. And the top of the ladder in CFX is a $100,000 trade package. Now, again, $30,000 of that, 30%, is allocated for unlocking the entire Academy from the very first step or first section to the last section. And the remaining 70%, or $70,000 on a $100,000 trade package, would then be traded on your behalf with $50,000, which is 50% of the denomination, in leadership points. So with that, I want to take just a moment for those of you who have been in the platform for some time, for the benefit of guests and new members. Let us know where you currently are in the trade package ladder, how long ago you got started there, and where you first got started, to give guests a sense of how you've been climbing up the trade package ladder. So I'll say that again: where you first started, what your first trade package purchase was, how long ago that was, and where you are at the moment. That would be greatly appreciated if you can take a couple seconds to fire that off into the chat. So that'll bring us to the halfway point of this presentation. Now, everything we've talked about in the beginning, of course, has been focused on product and the people behind the product. So I introduced you to the owners and a little bit about the teams that the company has in place to really drive all of the technical responsibilities forward. But we also talked about the trading tech itself, some of the experience that these individuals have in the Forex market, and how long they've been profitable since the company first launched. The second half of this presentation really is to dig into the numbers in a little more detail. Now, the numbers will be of interest to you regardless of whether you're only interested in being a customer, or perhaps you're interested in squeezing every single dollar you can out of the CFX opportunity. For either one of those cases, we're going to break some numbers down that will appeal to you. Okay. So first of all, customers. Now, every single person that purchases a trade package is technically a customer, because you're all going to earn what we refer to as bear capital. If you own an active trade package, you're going to be receiving bear capital in the form of daily trading gains. So what will happen, and we'll talk a little bit more about this later on, but at the end of every trading day, all the winning trades and all the losing trades are added together. And if there's a net gain, they've made more money than they've lost, then you're going to see a net gain. Fortunately for us, that's been happening since the company first launched. We'll talk a little bit more about what's happening behind the scenes to facilitate that as well. So that's what bear capital, how bear capital accrues. Now, you'll continue to receive trading gains up until the value is reached of 2 times your total trade package. So for example, if you purchase a $300 trade package, you can receive $600 in bear gains, 2 times or 200%. Bull capital is something that's optional to everyone, and this is something that becomes available to you if you choose to share CFX with at least one other person. And in fact, in the paragraph in the center of your screen, you can see all the bonuses that are unlocked when you decide that you want to start earning bull capital by referring at least one other person to the platform. Most importantly, through those bonuses, you can start to earn and ultimately receive an additional 2 times or 200% for a total of 4 times or 400% the value of whichever trade package you happen to be using. So for example, if you're trading a $300 trade package, instead of making $600, you can make $1,200. 4 times the value. If you own a $5,000 trade package, instead of making $10,000 in bear gains, you can make an additional $10,000 for a total of $20,000 in bear plus bull capital combined. So let's do a bit of an overview. This is a 30,000-foot overview just to really highlight the bear and bull benefits to help clarify a few things for you. Okay. On the left-hand side of your screen, you can see a $1,000 trade package icon. Remember, 300, 500,000. So this is the third step up the trade package ladder. Let's assume that the person we're talking about started at a $1,000 trade package. Now above, you can see that bear capital, remember, that's the 70% of the value of your trade package. That means $700, 70% of $1,000 is going to be traded on your behalf, and you'll see daily trading gains that are ultimately paid to you at the end of every week until you accrue 2 times or 200%. In this case, on the $1,000 trade package, that would be $2,000. Now below that, remember, earning bull capital is optional. Bull capital is fed to members that choose to opt in through a product sale. And that product, of course, is the online university we call the Academy. So 30% of the value of a trade package, in this case, $300, 30% of a $1,000 trade package. And that money, is paid to qualifying members in 2 different ways. One's with a fast start bonus, and the second is a Unilevel bonus. And as those bonuses accrue, participating members have the opportunity to earn an additional 2 times or 2,000% of $1,000 or 200% of a $1,000 trade package, which would be $2,000. So in either one of these cases, you would have either earned $2,000 or $4,000, depending on the choices that you've made. Now, in those cases also, you have 3 different options. Option 1, of course, is that you can withdraw your gains. You'll pay a withdrawal fee. You'll put the rest of the money in your pocket. You can quit the platform. Option number 2, of course, is that you could pay a withdrawal fee, withdraw your gains, take a portion of your gains, and take the next step up. You can buy a brand new $1,000 trade package. You made money the first time around, so you may choose to simply do the same thing again. The third option is what you see many members have listed in the chat just over the last couple of minutes, and that is their climb through the trade package ladder. So that's option number 3 for you. You can withdraw your gains, pay a withdrawal fee when you do withdraw them, and through a portion of those gains, you can take the next step up the trade package ladder. Now, in this case, the next step up a $1,000 trade package is $2,000 trade package. So, of course, that begs the question, why would someone want to do that? Well, if 70% of the value of your trade package is being traded on your behalf, and you're trading a $2,000 trade package, that means $1,400 is being traded. So that stands to reason that you're going to see larger trading gains if you're trading more capital. Likewise, if you're trading a $3,000 trade package, 70% of $3,000 would be $2,100, and so on and so forth. And this is the reason that anyone chooses, if they're wanting to optimize participating in the platform, they choose to climb the trade package ladder. All right, so let's talk about each one of these things in just a little bit more detail. First of all, trading, because trading affects everybody. Everyone gets to participate in trading. Now, as I mentioned before, every single day there are winning trades and there are losing trades. At the end of that trading day, all of them are added together. Of course, that's when the trading team, start pouring over results and start making their adjustments to software to make sure that the software continues to operate as optimally as possible. CFX is going to take a fee, an operational fee or work fee, right off the top of that total for the day, and the balance is going to be shared with all participating members. Now, if we have, for example, a 1.3% trading day, every single member is going to earn 1.3% based on the amount of capital that's being traded on their behalf. And that's, of course, listed in your back office and is entirely based on the size of the trade package that you've chosen. Now, in the center of the screen in the circle, you can also see the words up to 15% per week. Now, this is obviously not a guarantee. There's no such thing as a guarantee in the Forex world. However, it's a cap. So the most money that you will ever see from CFX in a single week is 15%. Now, that's an absolutely massive week, but nevertheless, there is a 15% cap per week. Anything over that is going to go directly to the company as part of their fee for trading. Okay, so that brings us then to the two bonuses that we discussed when we talked about the Academy product sale and that 30% that comes from a product sale through 30% of every trade package sale. That money split into two bonuses, and that's why it says 50% after the words fast start, because half of the product sale money is going to this bonus and half of the product sale money is going to the next bonus. So fast start is a very important and also a very powerful bonus. You know, some of you, I'm sure, are earning some absolutely fantastic fast starts. The thing that's most important about this fast start is that you're not going to just earn this bonus once, but it's potentially a reoccurring bonus. Not only that, it potentially gets larger and larger over time. So, for example, if you sponsored the individual from the example we used, example page that we used a couple of slides ago with a $1,000 trade package, remember that is a $1,000 trade package with 30% of it going to an Academy purchase. Well, half of 30% is the fast start bonus. In other words, 15% of the total value of the trade package. So a $1,000 trade package, the fast start bonus is $150. But not only will you receive that $150, and will you receive it the very same day that you sponsored someone, that you can withdraw that money that same day as well. But if that person goes on then to continue to climb the trade package ladder, you will earn fast start bonuses over and over and over for every step that they choose to take up the trade package ladder. For example, a $1,000 trade package, you received $150. If that person chooses to climb to $2,000 over time, that's a $1,000 jump. You're going to make another $150. And every single jump that's made, you'll continue to earn 15% of that value. So fast start bonuses are very important. Now, Unilevel also is incredibly important. The only difference, of course, is Unilevel you're receiving a piece of. This is a team bonus that you're sharing with a number of other people that are part of your genealogy. And of course, you're part of someone else's genealogy. The fast start bonuses are all yours. The sponsor receives 100% of the fast start bonus. In this bonus, this was an opportunity where one could leverage themselves by running and teaching a very simple system. And that is this Unilevel bonus. So I'll describe to you how this works really quickly. First of all, you can see this is a multi-level bonus. In fact, the text in the center of the screen goes all the way down to level 10. You can see right now levels 1, 2, 3, and 4 are automatically unlocked when they join the company. When you reach the rank of executive, and we'll talk about how one does that in a minute, but executive unlocks levels 5 and 6. Reaching manager unlocks levels 7 and 8. Reaching director unlocks level 9. President's Club unlocks level 10. So levels 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all 10% levels each. So that would be a total of 40%. Levels 5 and 6 at 20% each is another 40%. And levels 7, 8, 9, 10 at 5% each is another 20%. So that's a total of 100%. In other words, for every dollar that goes into this bonus, you now know exactly how that dollar is allocated or shared, okay? So what money comes in here? Remember, if a $1,000 trade package, for example, was purchased, 15% of the value of that trade package is earmarked for this bonus. How much of that 15%, or in this case, $150 you would get, would depend on where that new position would land inside your multi-level Unilevel. So for example, if you were the sponsor and that person was on your level 1, because every single person you personally sponsor populates your level 1. Well, that's a 10% level. So of the $150, which is 15% of a $1,000 trade package, if your friend joined, for example, with a $10,000 trade package, again, it would be 15%, which is $1,500 would go into the Unilevel. In any case, level 1's a 10% level, and you would earn a 10% of whatever total it happened to be. If someone else in your team sponsored that new person and they landed on your level 5 or your level 6, of course, you would earn 20% of whatever they contributed. And if they landed on your level 7, 8, 9, or 10 because another member in your team sponsored them, well, you would earn 5% of whatever was contributed to the Unilevel bonus. Now, here's the best part. Again, just like the Fast Start bonus, every single time an existing member climbs the trade package ladder, there's another contribution that's made to the Unilevel. So not only are you earning when members join the first time, but every single time they take a step up the trade package ladder, you're earning again and again and again. But even more importantly, and just like the Fast Start bonus, as those individuals in your genealogy that comprise your entire Unilevel, as they continue to climb the trade package ladder, their contribution to your Fast Starts and your Unilevel bonuses they're getting larger. So you're getting paid more over time. Now, President's Club Ambassador and Global Ambassador also unlock something called a global bonus. So you can take a look, and there's an additional 1 or 1.5 or 2% global bonus. What's important about this, though, is that you can earn that from level 11 to infinity. Because this is a fairly easy platform to build and therefore a fairly easy platform to share, many of you are seeing very aggressive growth in your CFX teams. And one of the benefits, of course, in having a global bonus is that as your genealogy grows beyond level 10, to grow at level 15 or 20 or 25 or 30 or more, you're still going to earn a piece of all of that activity. So the global bonus is a really significant part of your long-term success with CFX. Okay, last bonus to talk about, and that's our force matrix. Now, you can see a couple of numbers rather after force matrix, 3 by 10. So that's an indication of the structure of this bonus, which is a very different structure than the one we just finished talking about, the Unilevel. Now, in this case, you can see level 1, there's only room for 3 people on level 1. And then this bonus is 10 levels deep, hence 3 by 10. What's really interesting about this is that everybody has a level 1, and you can only fit 3 people on any level 1. So in other words, this bonus grows in multiples of 3, 9, 27, 81, etc. So anytime someone joins the company, the moment they do, they automatically get a position in the matrix, wherever there happens to be space available. Now, what's also interesting is how you make money from this bonus is very different from the last 2 we just talked about. Remember those first 2 bonuses? Well, the biggest bonus that everyone gets, of course, is trading. After that, though, if you want to earn bull capital, you can earn Fast Starts and Unilevels, and those bonuses are paid for from a product sale, the Academy sale. This bonus is paid from an entirely different source. I mentioned withdraw fee when we were giving you 3 examples on the example page a few slides ago. Well, this is one of those bonuses that are paid from a 20% withdraw fee. So anytime that any member in CFX goes to withdraw gains, they'll pay a 20% fee. Now, if you look on the left-hand side of your screen on the second paragraph, that fee, that 20% fee is broken into 3 different bonuses. Half of it, or 50%, goes to the bonus you're looking at right now. 10% of it goes to a matching bonus, and the remaining 40% goes to rank bonuses or leadership bonuses that we'll discuss in just a couple of minutes. Most importantly, have a look at the caution sign, bottom paragraph on the left-hand side. This is not a profit center for CFX. This is meant to be a recurring income for all members, Even if you're a customer and you have never shared CFX with anybody else, because this is a fixed structure where 3 friends drop under 3 people, under 3 people, under 3 people, in many cases, and you can see from all the gray arrows at the top of this graphics, sometimes if you're part of a fast-moving team, you can have people that are dropped down into your matrix from somewhere else above because there's nowhere else for them to go. So likewise, customers in CFX that have never referred anything to anyone could still end up having people drop down into their matrix, which potentially is a very beneficial thing. So let's talk about why that was done. First of all, the owners thought that if everybody's going to pay a withdrawal fee, in other words, everyone's going to contribute to the 3 bonuses that we just listed, why don't we give the customers an equal chance to be able to profit from these bonuses? And that's exactly what was done. So let's show you how the money is made when someone within your matrix chooses to make a withdrawal. First of all, you can see green percentages on the right-hand side of the screen, 3, 3, 3, 5, 6, 10, 30, 20, 10, 10. Add all those together, that's also 100%. So for every dollar that goes into this bonus, you know exactly where that dollar is going. All right, so let's use a simple example. Somebody on your level 7. So friends have shared with friends, have shared with friends, have shared with friends. Someone from above dropped someone into your team, and lo and behold, your team continued to grow beyond level 5 and 6 and 7 and so on. Well, one person in level 7 is doing a withdrawal. They're doing a $1,000 withdrawal as an example. Now, $1,000, we'll use a nice round number. 20% of $1,000 is $200, $200 fee. Half of that fee, remember, is going to this bonus. So that's $100 that's contributed to this bonus from a $1,000 withdrawal. And the green percentage on level 7 says 30. So of the $100 going into this bonus, you're going to receive $30. The remaining $70 is going to go to every other level with the percentages attached. So, for example, the remaining 7 will be paid to the individual whom that person is on their level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. So 10 people will earn from one withdrawal. Very simple, okay? 100%. All right, so most importantly about the force matrix, again, over time, this bonus continues to grow. Also, as members continue to have more success from a variety of areas within the platform, their withdrawals get larger. When their withdrawals get larger, your benefit gets larger too. Okay. The matching bonus, 10% match, is exactly what it sounds like. So if you are the sponsor of someone, in other words, if you're earning fast start bonuses from someone, you're also going to get a 10% match of their matrix earnings. So if one of your friends that you sponsored made $3,000 in their matrix, well, you'll get a 10% match of that $300, okay? And you'll get that for every single person that you've shared CFX with. Now, last, but certainly not least, the leadership program. Remember, 40% of that withdrawal is going to the bonuses that are part of this leadership program. We'll break those down in a minute. But before we do, I want to talk about hitting the rank of executive and beyond, because if you recall from our Unilevel bonus, the executive rank opened up levels 5 and 6 in your Unilevel, and those were 20% payout levels. So those were very significant. So how do you reach executive? How do you unlock levels 5 and 6 and receive 20% from volume that goes into that Unilevel? Well, you reach executive by, first of all, having 500 personal volume points. Now, if you remember, it's a 2 to 1 point to dollar ratio with trade packages. So to be executive, you need to be on a $1,000 trade package. You need to have referred at least 3 people to CFX. And those 3 people, as they've shared with others, in other words, your entire team, as it grows, remember, every single person that joins your team, they have a trade package, and that trade package has volume points attached to it. So over a 30-day period, as you accumulate a total volume points of 25,000 or more, then you have the volume points required for hitting executive. Now, that has to be done in a 30-day period with a maximum of 15,000 of the 25,000 coming from one of those teams. Okay? Very simple. Now, if you don't do that in month 2 or month 3 or month 4, you do that whenever you have an opportunity to. But I would certainly encourage you to set that on your to-do list or in your goals, because the benefit to you is certainly a substantial one, unlocking those levels 5 and 6. Now, once you hit executive, of course, you want to continue to move through the leadership program. So how do you reach manager? Well, you do that by helping 2 people become executive. And it can be any 2 people. You do not need the sponsor. Someone else could have shared CFX with them. If they're part of your genealogy and they're from 2 different lines of lineage or 2 different teams, you assist them, or they automatically get to executive on their own. You are automatically pushed to manager. 2 people become managers in your business, you're automatically pushed director. 3 people become directors, you're automatically pushed to President's Club, and so on and so forth. So the interesting thing about, of course, hitting President's Club, remember that also unlocks that global bonus as well. So manager unlocks levels 7 and 8 in your Unilevel. Director unlocks level 9. President's Club unlocks level 10, but also gains you access to that global bonus, which is level 11 all the way through to infinity as well. So just to wrap up, let's take a look at some of the prizes that also come from reaching these ranks. Executive, first and foremost, $900 iPad Air. So that's this new paper-thin iPad with a foldable keyboard. Of course, you'll receive that. Now, these prizes, by the way, they're not mailed to you. Next live event, and of course, the intention is always to be having live events 2 or 3 times a year to make it very easy for you to claim prizes. But you'll need to wait until the next live event to claim that prize, because you're going to receive it on the stage when you have an opportunity to meet some of the principals of the company. If you decide that you don't need an iPad, you can, of course, take 75% of the value of that prize in BTC, paid directly to your wallet as well. Next prize is a significant jump. This is $10,000 in value, and this is a his or her Datejust or day date stainless Rolex. Or, of course, you can take 75% of the value in that as well. When you reach the rank of director, this is a $15,000 prize. Now, this is his or her travel anywhere in the world. Sorry, not his or her. It's his or her with a companion. So it's a trip for 2. 5-star anywhere in the world. $15,000 worth. Now, of course, when you reach director, if you don't feel like traveling just yet, you can bank that. And then when you hit President's Club, remember, in case this unlocks level 10, but it also unlocks that global bonus. And of course, this is $100,000 towards anything Porsche manufacturers. When you reach ambassador, $200,000 towards anything that Ferrari manufactures, and of course 1.5 on your global bonus, and then 2% of your global bonus and $500,000 USD towards anything that Lamborghini manufactures, or of course in any of those cases you can still take 75% of the value in BTC. So with that, I wish you a very, very happy Easter Monday holiday. I hope you have an opportunity still to go spend some time with family and friends, or just relax and chill out. Whatever for you, and they'll help you get started the right way. So with that, I want to thank you again. Thank you very much, Julie, for continuing to let people in the room during the presentation. I hope you all have an excellent week, and we'll see you again, same place, same link, same time on Friday. Thanks.